Well, hello, hello, hello. This is Rosa, RC Educations. How are you doing? Today Did you know? I haven't done these in a while, but I'm going to start putting it back up again. We're making today pear, what's this called? It's going to be pear butter. So what you do is you get your pears, you peel them, then you cut them in little chunks, whatever size chunks you want to do. It's totally up to you. And then you're going to put, let's see, where's my bags? I've got, okay, the little bags didn't say, but we don't have a garden, so these are organic Bartlett pears. I got these from our grocery store, Aldi, that I go to on occasion. And there are 3 packages. I'm assuming they're like 2 pounds a package, because that's what it felt like. But I could be wrong. But anyway, you just want to peel all the skins off, then you want to slice them up, then you want to put them in your crock pot. You can do it in a roaster if you have a big batch. You can do it on the stove if you want to. What you want to do is peel them, dice them, put them on whatever container you're going to be using. And for this size crock pot, I put a half a cup of lemon juice. You can use fresh lemon juice or off the bottle. It's totally up to you. And then we are going to put the cover on. And we're going to cook it for 6 to 8 hours on low. And it's going to process. It's going to cut down. It's going to turn into sauce with little bitty chunks. And then I'm going to get my immersion blender and really, really make it all saucy. And I'll bring you back when we get to that phase with the next ingredients. But of course, like always, I will put the description of the entire recipe in the description box. So we'll bring you back when we get to the next phase, which will be tomorrow. And we'll go to that. So but this will actually cook all night tonight. It's already 10 o'clock, so it's time for me to go to bed. I'm going to let this sit all night. I'm going to get up an hour early, double check this, turn it off, let it cool off. I plan on leaving this unplugged, turned off with the lid on all day long at work, and then when I get home 8 hours later, I will process these and put them in jars to can them. And we'll bring you back when we get to the next phase, okay? Okay, we're back. I'm going to show you how to change cameras. This is the finished project. And see how dark and nice it is? And that is going to be our pear butter. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jar up all these jars. I got the little half pints, the 4 ounces and the 8 ounces. So we'll see how many I get of each one of those. I'm hoping at least to get at least 12 if possible, because these are going to be Christmas gifts to different people. So I'm going to draw these up, and then I'll bring you back when we get to the next phase, which is going to be to put in a water bath canner. And then we're going to process for, I believe it's 15 minutes. I've got to double check my notes, but we'll bring you back when we get to that phase. Okay, great. Here we go. I wanted to show you that you don't have to have all the expensive tools, or not really so much expensive, but all the tools. If all you have is a heavy stock pot like that one I have there, you put a towel on the bottom of it, and then you lay your jars full of food inside there. Because the object is you want to get away from having the jars sit directly on the pot from the heat of the stove. Okay? That's the object of why you have to lay something down, which most of us have a little trivet. When you have a water bath canner or a steam canner, there's usually a little trivet. Well, a steam canner is different than a water bath canner because it's 2 levels. But then you have something in there and that keeps it above. Or a wire basket is another item that you can have. And so if you don't have all that and you're going to do a small batch like I'm doing now, just do something like what I'm doing right here. Just getting it on my regular old big old stock pot that I have in my that I have here already in the house. Put a towel in there. Put your jars in there full of food. Give yourself a 1-inch headspace above the lids of water, which is where they're at. And then you don't process your stuff by the processing time for your water bath canning. That's all you need to do for water bath canning. And I've got 6 of the 8-ounce half pints, and I've got 5 of the 4-ounce, which I'm going to do in the next batch, which to me is not that big of a deal because I've got 3 chores I got to get done tonight before I go to bed. It's 10:30 already, but I was sick earlier, so I had to take a 2-hour nap before I started rolling. And then tomorrow morning I'll double check everything, double check the seals, and we should be good to go to process and label and put everything away. Get ready for my Christmas gifts, because these are all going to be Christmas gifts. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. I've made the apple butter before, but this is my first time making the pear butter. Okay, we'll bring you back at that next phase when all the jars are out. Okay, we're back. My jars are all done, but I wanted to show you something. This is what I was talking about, but unfortunately this is too big for this one because my other pot is a great big one. It holds 7 quarts, so it's a lot wider. It's taller and wider. But anyway, this, I forget what you call this. I'll find out and remember, and I'll put it in the description box. But this is the little basket, and this is when you can put 2 or 3 layers, depending on how tall your pot is. So you can put 2 or 3 layers of jars in one batch. Now this is the little basket that I was talking about that a lot of the water bath canners come with. Okay, and then you use this. This right here sits on the pot, and then when you get ready to put it in the water, you pull it in, and then it falls into the water, and then it sits like that. Okay, this is the little wire basket. Okay, great. My jars are done. So now we're just going to, if you hear some pinging, I've already heard some ping, ping, ping. You may have heard that while I was talking just a few seconds ago. But anyway, they're all done. So now I'm just going to leave them sit there until tomorrow and check the seals and label them. And then we'll be good to go. Now, I also wanted to show you, here's another thing. When you're working, like on me, this is my bigger burner, so this is a lot hotter. But because of cooking space, I got to put all those away tonight. I dry and let my hot jars sit on that side over there so they can cool off, because that's pretty much out of the way. We use this side over here more for everyday cooking. I put a towel right there because I have a gas stove, and I want to protect any water dropping on the burners. This is just something that I do. Then as soon as I'm done, I just take the towel off, put the towel away, and then I'm good to go. But that way I don't get any water on the burners when it travels from there to there. And we're good to go. We'll bring you back tomorrow, and we'll see how they all turned out. Thank you. We'll be back tomorrow. Well, we're back. This is the next morning. I'm not going to be in the video because I'm in my PJs. I just woke up. I just wiped all my jars, as you could see. I have the last jar there, and just wiped them all down. You want to get a clean towel. Bear with me. I'm going to show you, but you're going to see my arm, but you're not going to see anything else. Here's just a towel. I'm only doing this for the sake of the video. And you wipe down the jars, wipe down the lids. Because these are going to be given away as gifts, I'm putting the lids back on. But typically, I personally like to store my processed food without any lids on, okay? Unless it's vacuum packed or dry packed. But I don't do too much dry packing anymore. I've just done too much research on it, and I'm going to do it again. Some things I'm not. It's just going to be I'm just going to do more research before I go any further on that. But anyway, so I ended up getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the half pints, the big ones, and we got 5 of the small ones. Let me bring that over so you can see that. Of the smaller jars. And they're all set and good to go. We thank you so much for watching. We catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.